In chapter 8, we discussed the cluster sampling. When we had a population, it has many clusters. Then we select some of them. It's not all of them. So we just select this one, and this one. It's like this, and we ask them all. I mean, we have some elements. The element means some people or the housing unit. It's everybody. Then we just ask them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's all of them, and it has 3, 4, 5. Then we ask them all 3, 4, 5, and here's 3. Then we ask them all. It's like this way. So it was the cluster sampling, but today we have a two-stage. The two-stage cluster sampling. That means we have a population. We have a population here, and again we have some clusters. It's like this way, and in the clusters there are some elements here. It's like this. Simply we can think about the people. For example, it's students in each college, and there are so many students in each college. So first we can select some cluster. It's maybe this one and this one and also this one. It's before, in the cluster sampling, we ask them all, but now in the second stage, so it's the first stage, we select, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. It's 6 people, but we do not take all of them. But in the second stage, we take some of them. It's not all. So in this case, even each cluster is huge. That means there are so many people, there are so many elements in each cluster. Then it is not easy to ask them all. So in the second stage, we just select some of them. It's for example, from this cluster, we had it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 here. Then we just select only this one, and that one. It's randomly. It's the second stage. So it is the two-stage. It's a cluster sampling. So the stage number 1, we select some clusters from the population, and stage 2, we just select some of the elements. It's not all of them. So it is the two-stage. It's a cluster sampling. So now we have a similar, but it's not same, the notation. So when you look at the notations here, the first of all, the capital N was the number of clusters. It's a number of clusters in the population. And the small n is the number of selected the clusters. So here's a 1, 2, and 3 here. Now the MI, it is a new one. I mean the big MI. It is the number of elements in a cluster I. So here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even though we do not collect the, we do not select the cluster, but still the big MI, it is a capital M. It's a number of elements in each cluster. And the small mi, Now the small mi, before in chapter 8, we had small mi, which was the number of elements. But now we have the new notation, the big mi. So now the small mi is the number of elements selected, in the sample. So now I can say it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the small m1 equal to 4. But the big M1 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so please make sure what is the big mi and small mi. And the next one is the summation, right? And be careful. It's up to the big N, right? And the next one is the average. And now it is a new one. The Y and I. So it is a jth observation in the cluster ith. So I can say when I ask them their incomes, so it will be Y1 and 1, Y1 and 2, Y1 3, and Y1 4. So the values of y's can be the incomes for each, and then we can take the average of that one.